actually can't tell how the audio is going in this chill drawing sort of a stream. I don't know if I've gotten it how I wanted to get it, or if my headphones are just tangled. Alright, so put everything where I want it to be, and then I'll start a chill drawing sort of a time. Then hopefully I've got my... Okay, looking at it, it doesn't seem right. Like, the music is probably as loud as I am. There you go. I guess I'll see. Okay, set design is on my mind first and foremost. I say in a way that honestly makes me feel like I'm lying about what's actually first and foremost on my mind, because it's kind of split between getting my headphones untangled and going to my first in-person class in years yesterday. Hey. Oh, hey, what is that? You almost got it here first. This seems like it's time for a silly guy. It seems like it's time. Yeah, you broke the streak. Oh, the struggle for firstness is worth us. How you doing? How you doing on a Tuesday? One does not simply dethrone the king and then say sorry right afterward. One does not simply depose the empress and then be like, oopsie doopsie, my bad. I think you have to fight in mortal combat, or however that's called these days. Whoa, hello to you, Superblock YouTube. I can't tell if it's okay, my memory is messing with me. I can't tell if it's like been a while since you stopped by, or if you stopped by a little recently. I guess either way, hi. I hope you're doing okay in this cold January. It's even colder than, I want to say it's colder than December, but that's only news to people like me who don't touch grass a lot and therefore don't have really a sense of the seasons versus each season. And silly guy saying, I don't think I can draw for long because I have somewhere to go. Hey, gotta keep busy, gotta be hopping, gotta go away. Are you trying to renounce your blue name? That's not what it's based on. I'm in no position to speak of being based in any capacity. I actually started this with the headphones off to see how visible it would be that I have a bunch of cornstarch in my hair, because I was kind of curious about that, if it translates to camera, but I don't know, it could have just been weird lighting. In the chill tune sort of way. Okay, so here we go. There's Superblock saying I've missed so many streams. I mean, hey. I was actually away for like 40 days as well. I went traveling to see my family. Oh my goodness, have you banished yourself even from the magma? YouTube is just like, hey, hello to you, weirdo, saying don't be sorry, be proud, you're the new first messenger. What does this mean? Weirdo is saying you got the annoying girl who sat next to me in ELA moved, and now you sit next to your friend and her adorable duck flushie. Hey, the world is coming into alignment, huh? I went back to physical classes like for the first time since before high school yesterday, and I feel like I don't even have enough of a concept of other people yet to know whether they're annoying or not. I can't wait to find out, I guess. This silly guy saying, I'm not as consistent, as dedicated as you. Trust me, this was a one-time accident. That seems all the more devastating if one were to frame it as some kind of intense battle, which, why would someone do that? For fun. If you frame it as an intense battle, it's more hilarious to say, I've done this accidentally. And there's some congrats around. Hello to Kai, how you feeling? I feel like I wanted to Okay, so touch base is the right term, but not the right tone. I wanted to set eyeballs upon various Discord things. The overness is happening. God, that's a fun use of Nitro to communicate the entirety of sobbing of woe. There's videos saying the girl who sat next to me was so mean and bullied me slightly for being gay and was overall two-faced, so you're very happy. Oh, the one from last time, the one being legitimately homophobic. Okay, well, I'm glad you got the new seat partner, or not new seat partner, more proximity to a friend. God, I put on hand lotion. It's not absorbing. Why? It usually does. It usually does, but I just have jelly hands. I just have hands covered in gelatin, is what I would say if I used gelatin instead of hand cream, but I used hand cream and it's covered in hand cream. This is it. Is this how the endings find us? Shall this be the last stream? This YouTube is already falls, and we all fall. I love the drama. But I mean, okay, I'm on every kind of topic, but I do want to genuinely draw, even if it's a scatterbrained sort of a topic. Genuinely want to draw the shows that I've got going on in this thumbnail. How do I want to do that? I guess I'll split it up. Have some kind of a line. Start with a line, but we don't have to stick to a line. The jelly is on my hands. The jelly is on my hands. The jelly is on my hands. There's Widow saying, after she got moved, she got slightly bullied by the annoying boys in your class. Hey, that seems karmic. Not like it's someone from the Cars movies who's named Mickey, but like there's karma happening to this person who has plagued you for so long. My God. The cycle of violence continues. But sometimes that's funny. Sometimes the cycle of violence continues, and it's funny as hell. There's literally saying I'm still the holder of the world record for most pensive emojis typed. My goodness. Well, we have to preserve the sanctity. You're asking if that's a good thing. I mean, it was world recorded for a good reason. I would presume. Alright, so here's one of this, one of that. And I have the similarities between Squid Game and okay, I think it has to do with like body versus mind. What the characters are sacrificing under capitalism. For one, you sacrifice your whole body. For another, you sacrifice your mind. But I mean, they are connected. They do have elements of each other in their wonderful similarities in these shows I get obsessed with. And it'll be, I don't know, interesting to pin that down. Wow. I got a fluffy pillow. I got a fluffy pillow on the chair today. Normally it's a terrible disgusting pillow. Disgusting? What's disgusting about it? That seems too strong a word. Normally it's a terrible, not ideal pillow. Alright, so if I want to outline what's going on in here, this. Okay, let's go more transparent a little, and I think that I'm going to have a slight emphasis on the props to swap the characters around. But I don't know if they're actually suited to a swap AU. These two shows that I love a lot. Maybe they're more suited to some kind of weird combination. Huh. That would be the perfect thing to follow up with some elaboration on that idea, to see where it goes, to see how it is, but also... Are you activating neurons up here? Are you... like, because Squid Game is so popular, like, it follows that there's like horned up parodies of it, that some people are going full thirst with it, but I don't know, and I haven't looked if there's one for the other show on my mind, Severance, and I'm frankly flabbergasted at, at this train of thought. I'm frankly alarmed. I'm frankly unsettled. I'm frankly set to the side. That's not a phrase. Weirdo had said, I'm low-key chill with one of the annoying boys. My friend says we have a sibling relationship. So, all in all, I'm very happy. Hey, there's good news in the world. Good news in the world. I'm full of the feeling of, after the, I don't know, post-New Year feelings where all of the concept of something new happening is like starting to fade away, and the trappings, the regularity of regular life just sort of settle in. There's still a guy saying all the edits of The Salesman in season 2. I love what they freaking did with him. They didn't have to make him such an outlandish, outrageous caricature, like, if you boiled all the games down and then made them into a little kernel, but instead of a kernel it's a person, is the absolute personification. Are we getting ultra thick over here? Are we getting, this is neuron activation? You killing me. Okay, so I want props, and then I want to know how this combines. Okay, start to have some ideas. I think I didn't mean to start thinking full crossover, but if they're drawn right next to each other, what else have you got to go with? There's saying Jaro equals frontman. Why? Because yes, I like to have some sharp hair about it. I feel watching like all of the cast interviews, because I mean, if you watch some of the crazy edits, then eventually the cast interviews also just sort of pour into your algorithm, and he's frontman actor. He's such a storied, sort of professional, been in the business for years and years, and then as if I couldn't be any more surprised, you bust out the perfect speaking of the English that shouldn't surprise me about people, and yet I can be startled nevertheless. There's edits and good news, and saying I don't know who here's a fan of either of these, but Battle for Dream Island and Regretivator are having a collab. Hey, fun times in collab news. I want the excitement to be like reflected and increased and like shared, and yet you're saying Regretivator, and I'm like, damn, I only have one half of the equation. There's literally saying, it's not, I wrote it with my foot, that's foot writing. Oh wait, handwriting versus foot writing. There's Weirdo saying, I've turned mouthwashing characters into ducks, and so far we have burnt curly daisuke and Anya. Wait, oh, I did actually get to see. This is like a weird little edit, right, where it like goes into Beyonce suddenly. I need to stop starting my day naturally with 7 hours YouTube first thing you do straight out of bed. I need to stop starting my day like that. But this was one of the things that I saw in the extended YouTube session where I try to deflect the paranoia about doing my homework incorrectly. Here we are. Here we go. Trump is the first woman president. On the one hand, I'm projectile vomiting 90 degrees out of my face at any mention of the current news. On the other hand, you know what else happens when your mouth is open? Laughter. So it's a little bit similar to projectile vomiting 90 degrees directly out of my face. That's goddamn funny. It is goddamn funny. It's funny out here. Why your head blowing up? Oh, is it because they're separating? honestly, all of the promotional art for Severance season 2 is going like oh my god. This the art style so cute all the time. How do you live with the art style contained in your hands? And there's ducks going on, crisps going on, and saying you need to watch a mouth-washing playthrough soon. I started watching Jacksepticeye's playthrough because, like, even though I haven't kept up with his channel for a very long time, I guess watching a YouTuber for long enough, I feel like a little bit embedded. That can't be the right word. I feel like he's a part of me somehow, in some small strange capacity. That's that doesn't feel like something you would walk up to another person's face and say, but the sentence started out to just communicate the idea that I started watching his mouth-washing playthrough, and then I got scared. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep watching it because I got scared. Everyone said it's so good though. They say it's really good though. I just have to be like in a state of mind that's like nowhere near as intense as the game could be. It has to be like right after something really funny happens. Like, goddamn, the end of the last Disco Elysium playthrough, something so goddamn funny happened at the end of it that I was in a good mood for the rest of the day. I thought I was going to be anxious about going into a public speaking involved class. I thought I was going to be a mess. I thought I was going to be ruined. But but it just I don't know, healed me. Stupid, hilarious things happen in a game. Perfect. There's Widow saying that you sent the ducks in the Discord. I'm on every track. There's Kai saying I just woke up from a nap I wasn't supposed to be taking. Now I have to speedrun the rest of what was on my agenda today. Ooh, does it feel a little refreshing at least? I mean, I can't tell if you're still here, but I hope it feels a little refreshing at least. I'm sending the best of my regards to you, Kai, with the anxiety agenda happening. Ronan the Shonen appearance. Hey. Oh. What the heck? Hey, what the heck? Okay, wait, that's like recognizable. That's fun. That's gonna be like a fun like thing for you to like have and own for, I don't know, for a while. That's a family heirloom now. We're talking about physical crafts at this moment, I suppose. Although any medium of creation and creativity can go in here. This is, don't send. I'm not going to eat all the ducks. This one's looking at me. Okay, I say that as if I also did not get the traditional whole roast duck because my family loves to eat that, and then just sort of gnaw on the entire head, which includes an eyeball. I would sort of claim, I would start to say that I don't eat food that's looking at me. Okay, raw duck. That's what's going on here. Look at this little homie wearing the clothes, but still raw as hell. You know? Okay, I'm not gonna eat it. There's you guys saying it was not refreshing. My mouth feels weird. I'm so sorry. Can only hope the shower I take helps. You gotta scrub dub. And in fact, I've started just brushing a little bit of my teeth for any reason throughout the day. Just the tongue or something. I mean, the mintiness is there. Oh my goodness, I greeted you as Ronan the Shonen, but you're saying, hey, what's up, my name is Chester. Say a bad word and you're gone for the semester. What's up, mother shuckers? My name is Colonel Cornelius Cornwall. I can't believe I almost missed the bars. I can't believe I was almost stone cold sober the way I was so far away from any bars. Oh my god. Okay, so we go scrolling around. I'm saying you haven't watched the video in so long. Things are being referenced, aren't they? You're being the sole introduction to this incredible music, and I don't have a clue, do I? Corn is a North American cereal plant that yields large kernels on a cob. It is also called maize because it's easy to get lost in its incredible flavor. Side effects of corn may include. I should have brought the corn flavored candy. In fact, I didn't eat breakfast, so I could go for a little duck or two. I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm considering going downstairs to get the corn colored. That's just yellow. Corn flavored candy. Let's talk of. It's a safe duck. It's a safe duck, I swear. Dragon breath. Is this? That can't be a real mouthwash. I'm suspicious. How can you put it in your mouth? Does this say all day or all gay? Interesting. Well, saying maybe you won't eat the duck because they're already born. No, there's like 2 excellent stages of the duck, and that's biggest duck and smallest duck, which seems like all of the stages, but there is in fact a medium duck in there. How every single time you hear me talk about the foods that I eat, it feels like I'm digging a pit from which I cannot escape. Yeah, this is really neat. This is really neat, though. They're saying I'm in with a mouthwash from hand sanitizer, water, and blue paint. Ooh, you are really mouthwashing it now. Ooh, you're really washing the mouth right now. Mouthwash does come in blue flavors, colors, flavors. It does. I use a blue mouthwash. They don't put paint in it. It's not a necessary step, is what I'm saying. Well, this is different, of course, but I've got a purple one right here and right now. Of course, it's been sitting just in the sun, so if something happens to... Also, I really like the shape of this. I feel like I really want to take off the labels and make it into just a potion bottle for a potion seller. I think that would be great. They're talking about delicious. Who can learn a thing or 3? You would rather I drink mouthwash, hand sanitizer, water, blue paint. You would rather I do such a thing rather than any of this. I can learn 4 things. I couldn't possibly learn 4 things. I know I'm going to school for reasons, but this just seems impossible. Don't be ridiculous. Learn 4 things. Never. And okay, what am I looking at in terms of... I guess if you put the chair, it looks kind of retro. You gotta get the proportions right for the chair as I put this together. Man, I have so many thoughts about the 2 shows I put in the thumbnail, and yet this is definitely a case of I'm off track enough that I think I would want to change the title, because I don't know, if I'm talking about my favorite shows, then I want to do the topic justice, because I guess the foremost thing on my mind is is a huge sheaf of corn, is a absolute nabbing cob of corn, is a golden shiny yellow squashed down serious stern cob of the corn. It's perfect. It's perfect out here. Like sometimes I log on here, trying to keep time to a reasonable amount, and I haven't eaten no breakfast, because I get here and I don't eat my breakfast because I get distracted doing something else. In this case, what I was doing right before the stream, instead of having a breakfast, was spending an hour suddenly writing the group project thing. I've never been in a group project before, so it's a first, and I'll see how it goes. But I heard everybody's horror stories about how every time you're in a group project, everyone else is a lazy degenerate. Everyone else slacks off and leaves you to the wolves. Is how group projects are supposed to go, according to the internet. So I thought I was gonna be prepared or something, but I don't know if that's like making a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I just went ahead and volunteered to do what I think might be all of the writing. So, I mean, my dad keeps warning me not to work a disproportionate amount, because why would you do that? Because there's no need to do that. It's not that serious. Don't hurt yourself over the schools or anything, especially in a group project. But also, I think maybe I would have an anxious mental breakdown if I didn't have the maximum amount of control over a situation that I could possibly have. Maybe I would die. Maybe I would have hernia, internal bleeding, explodey die. Maybe this would happen to me. And there's Widow Sang. I also made one birthday hat from the game, which they all share. I can maybe see perhaps birthday hat. I'm quite curious. Yes, there's something saying corn is good for your health. It has fiber and nutrients. It makes your poop look stylish. It's because of the cellulose, isn't it? The cellulose in corn. God damn, they're so disturbing. I keep saying, just why won't it dissolve? Why can't you digest it? Because I'm not a cow? Because I don't have a second stomach with the helpful bacteria? I can't digest a corn completely. This is hideous. This is a hideous injustice, even more so than me potentially doing a lot of everything in a group project. That's more of an injustice, is that I don't have two stomachs for digesting corn. So guys, it really helped the population of Europeans during the Columbian Exchange. If I look up Columbian Exchange right now, is it gonna be historical? Not that I'm suspicious of everything. Actually, so, like, no, that is historical. It's just been too long since I gone over it in a class. Corns, beans, potatoes, tobacco, sugar, cassava. Why isn't cassava more popular then? Chocolate. Cassava is perfectly good. Cassava can be in everything. Wow, that's beautiful. Why'd they call it Colombian? Syphilis! Syphilis is also on the list of things exchanged. Wow. Brutal. Malaria, yellow fever, everyone can get some. Oh, a little bit of the plague as well. Right alongside your sugar, rice, and tea. A little bit of the plague. Alright, what the hell was I saying? Overall, I'm very anxious to be in person with people, again, and I don't know, I hope it goes well though. The people in the class, seem nice. One of the people in my group is a 63-year-old lady, was like a former boxer, and in community college, I trust, the old people. I trust old people more than young people, cause I think young people don't reply to messages ever. Hello, photos. What may we see in the realm of creativity, in the realm of talking about random things? Saying drawing you're sending on the magma will show when you're better at drawing normal than drawing digitally, because you get, as I can see, a greater amount of detail. There you go, getting it, a greater amount of detail. That's pretty nice. You got a Scott Pilgrim up in here. It's pretty on point with the style of the original. Hey, you can absolutely transfer your level of detail and skill to digital, I think, but I don't know like what the best shortcut for doing that is. I mean, like with a paper, you see basically all of it at once, whereas a canvas I keep on zooming in and getting lost in it, and that tripped me up transitioning from physical to digital. This is cool though. This is cool though. Look at it. Crispy lines. There's talk of balancing a diet and hat photos. Hey, yeah, let's see all the creativities in a drawing sort of a club. There's somebody saying you heard it straight from their mouth. Cheryl doesn't like young people, all the youngsters in chat. You have a reason to start a rebellion here. I can't join, but I can watch. That's the way that all rebellions start, don't you know? By somebody who is not a part of the effective group saying, just do it, guys, and I'll watch. That's the most inspiring message that anyone's ever heard. That's the most revolutionary sentiment, and it's at the start, and it's in the heart, and it's in the march of every song and story. Just take care of this one, guys. Just kind of go for it. I won't be able to help you. That's just that's cracking me up. And this kind of makes me want to like study cartoon styles a lot. This is cool stuff. This is cool stuff. Have confidence in yourself, in expanding your skills in whatever medium you may find. And here is this. I don't know. It's like what you've said though. It's like versus trust. I'm sure there's plenty of likability to go around, but there's something very, very useful to my personal grades, the way that old people going back to school who are like 60 or something. There's something very useful about the way that they naturally like correspond a lot. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just a sense of priority or something. But it's like strategies, I guess I would say. Old people maxing. Nobody's gonna call it this, because why would you call it this? But that's what the strategies are. Silly guy, thank you for stopping by. You're saying, oh, there's hat photos. thanks for sharing various either grain or vegetable. It's been truly a wonderful. Oh, it's a little duck-sized hat. There may be extremely spooky things going on in mouthwashing, but that doesn't mean they're not your blorbo. That doesn't mean you can't have a little party yippee woohoo candy corn on your head yippee yay, as they say, when it's time to party, when it's time to get down. There's going on the stream, trying to keep up with thoughts and keep my thoughts sorted, but I don't know if I'm keeping my thoughts sorted so much as talking in a continuous stream of thought for that many minutes. Okay, so body versus mind over here. I think the best thing to do would be to keep whatever iconography I can. Yeah. Because, like, I think that some of the characters, because they're slightly similar stories, some of the characters in Squid Game would also end up in Severance. The premise of Severance being that you... Okay, first of all, stand on a chair. Booty out? Were we on to something with body yada yada? Okay, first of all, stand on a chair as what I'm narrating about this drawing. Let's have the shape of the face like this, and I don't know, let's do a weird side profile. That made me kind of happy last stream. Weird side profile, and I'll look for images of what your nose looks like. Main character of Squid Game, Sang Gi-hun. What does your nose look like? Then it was like saying, I will abandon college just to return when I'm 98 in my deathbed, barely breathing, and I will die in the middle of graduation. I mean, hey, that's why I trust that that might not sound very reliable to many people, but if an old person is dying in the middle of graduation, they didn't die in the middle of any of the group projects they were on with me, which is one hell of a cynical way to talk about a potentially real life person, but for the sake of this hypothetical, I'm just gonna say what you've given right here sounds even more trustworthy. What you're putting over here. And okay, so let's get a little bit of an outline. I suppose it's not that not that interesting to freeze up in the middle of things. And there's a lot of suits worn also. What are you wearing? Goes like this, goes like this. Maybe your tie is in a weird little knot because of why? What happened? I don't know, but it was very discordant. And we're making you strangely double-cheeked booty up on a rolling chair. You're absolutely falling from there. But that's the kind of athleticism that you get when you're a Squid Gamer. Let's look at the chat. There's Weirdo saying, I want to make a Swansea duck, but I low-key want to make him a rubber swan, but I don't know. Puns. Name puns are beautiful. I mean, what's getting in the way of this creative endeavor of expressing yourself? Is it the lack of a swan? Is there not one around, maybe? What you talking about, penis glitching? What you talking about? You use mice and nothing else? It looks like I'm drawing L from Death Note. I've seen a little bit of L from Death Note, and the anime hasn't given me that many opportunities to really stare into his booty. They don't really show a lot of low facing shots, so he could be as cheeked up as I'm drawing right now. And I just haven't seen it yet. I think when I wrote the little title for this beloved little stream, I thought that my thoughts were gonna go in different directions, but there's like a ton of ass in here. There's like a ton of why am I? Where am I? Why am I? There's the little guy saying, I'm gonna head out for real now. Goodbye. Thanks for stopping by. It's great. It's great seeing ya. Oh my gosh, you've claimed the title of Co. Nobody else is Co. Oh my gosh. Hey, I think there used to be a Minecraft YouTuber called Co's Quest. Okay, so let's put one leg sort of hanging down like this, or you're stepping up onto the chair, and it doesn't quite make sense yet, but I'm trying to be like more freeform with all of this. And I think your arm is down here, and you could be holding something. Sure, you could be holding something. That's what I'll go for in today's creativity quest. I think that the people doing highly paid, low skill office worker positions in the show Severance, I think that they don't have to have much qualifications, though it's not super clear what the qualifications are. Alright, so do this. So far the qualifications seem to be either a little bit of desperation or perhaps dead wife, and I don't quite know. Let's have the eye shaped in a way reminiscent of him too. Oh my gosh, I never super duper looked at player 456 Squid Game. You got some triangle shaped eyes. And I have a big sneeze. My god. Well, there's Kai, who's eating corn for dinner. This is a prophecy. You guys are making me very... Oh, I've just dropped something off my increasingly cluttered and completely slanted desk. Well, that was talk of being hungry. Heading out there's talk of superior food. On the note, time to get my math homework done before my old math teacher beats me up. Thanks for stopping by. It's cool seeing the arts. It's cool seeing the arts indeed. And it really makes me wonder what's possible with a rubber duck. Like, I've seen these, like, novelty, I have this on my desk just casually. I've seen these novelty ducks. You're probably gone already. I've seen these novelty ducks, that are, like, sculpted into something. But the joys of just painting one. The joys of just having one that is painted. That's customizable. That's got more heart in it than any Funko Pop. No shade to people buying the Funko Pops. You feel funky, you feel the pop. But just painting your favorite character on a duck, that's really great. Not a lot of battery on this phone, as I take an extended break to chew a cookie. But I see what you're putting down in the chat. You think I would have changed? Such a heartfelt gift after only a matter of a couple of months? Not at all. Not at all. It's been there the whole time. And the problem that I run into, however, is that the screensaver that happens when I open my phone. And, okay, choking to death. That one is a little bit different. There's... And this is how propaganda is made. A good sort of image. That's not... People just saying this was so cute. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is extremely familiar. Hello, Teen Yeen, formerly known as a Buzzin' Brina. Hello to you. This is extremely familiar. The coincidence of appearing right as soon as Silly Guy has left. The two ships passing each other in the night. You were low-key texting your BF. Hey, relationships going on? What? Is there like good news and things? YouTubers said, I take back all the things I've said about you in the previous streams. Eating unborn ducks is perfectly normal. You're a hero of a generation and I'm feeling it. Thank you. I am very much feeling it. There's Guy with the Funko Pops are hashtag ugly. I like finding somebody genuinely enthusiastic about Funko Pops is a little rare, but it happens enough that I genuinely don't want to piss on someone's parade. Which is like raining on their parade, as you might have guessed, but more severe. Like, even if I think that Funko Pops are so ugly, just extremely ugly, and a little bit soulless, and a little bit heartless, and a little bit... Okay, I'm undermining my own point of not wanting to really dump on it, if I keep on adding details. Even if I think that, I don't want to take away the joy of somebody having joy, you know? There's what he's saying, the same person. Oh, you're everyone. Well, what's Silly Guy saying right now? If you don't mind, if you could relay a message for Silly Guy. There's talk of being a TM Silly Guy, and Ninjroids are the real prize. From the shonen saying that you have to go and you have to fix my pen. Hey, best of luck with fixing the pen. It was nice to get to see a little bit of the pencil and paper sorts of arts. Have a good day. I hope your pen starts working. Indeed. Transforming into AJ. OJ. I know that it was quickly adopted as you know, OJ Silly Son. It's one of the just a silly little guy nicknames. It's one of the ways that you can refer to the guy. Yeah. And yet, also, every single time I see the letters OJ, like right next to each other in all caps, the image of OJ Simpson appears in my mind. Phantom behind my vision. There was a time where I did not know what he looked like, and sometimes I wonder, would I want to return to this time? And kind of making me want to look up Nendroids. Nendroids? Oh. That's the first one that comes up is like the little, is that Legoshi? Little B-Stars, little man. That's a fun amount of detail. Is that a spy family? Is that a... I still think it would freak me out a little if I had any kind of figurine on a shelf, like perhaps looking at me. Like if I were in a room with some, then maybe I would want to cover them during the night. Not that that helps anything. Not that that helps anything. Are you causing the old man from Squid Game to twerk? Is that what's happening right now? Are we all complicit in the twerkery? Are we all complicit in this? There's saying that your lay eggs object shows number 5252. That's a perfect silly guy quote, probably. Maybe. I definitely remember silly guy at some point talking about object shows, but also like really close to that, saying that you lay eggs, you know, is talking about forgetting O.J. Simpson was a real person. Ha! This is accurate. Don't screenshot it for them. I don't know. I don't quite know. This guy saying I love figures. It's between Nendroids and the look up figures. They're so cute compared to shithouse. No amount of strays will not be caught. That felt like more than a double negative. That felt like a triple negative. If I look that up, will it be something or will it be a typo? Look up figures. Is that a thing? Oh yeah, it's a series, a look up series. Is it because they're all of these figurines are crouching in like an adorable little way, with their hands on their little knees? That's really cute. That's a cute pose. I thought I was gonna be a little bit freaked out by all figurines until maybe the end of time, but that one's very, very cute. Imagine being a Funko Pop collector. The thought of collecting anything brings me great stress, but honestly maybe not much more stress than the amount of clutter currently on my desk. That one's pretty bad too. It's not going great on this desk. There's several things on this desk. They're saying there's such a cute Dan series and I need it in my possession. No, wait. Okay, so if I go and try to look that up, the words look up and Dan, can I see it? I'm having a feeling in my rib cage, and I recognize the feeling as extreme cuteness. Witnessing them, okay, that's really cute. Did somebody have this emotion for Funko Pops, and that's why they exist? Does that happen for somebody? But like, this has an entire pose and like little eyes and the head and stuff, and that's really cute. Why? Oh my god. You're talking about how you only collect friends and family? Visiting extended family feels like that, but this was a conjoinment reference, wasn't it? But it feels like there's 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 countries where this is real. It feels like that's just a true fact of life, depending on where you are in the globe. You're just collecting family members, expanding family members. This thing is so cute. I might buy one now because looking at it brings me joy. Straight shot to the chest. On the one hand, I often say to myself, what am I? What am I? A consumerist? I could save money. Wait, maybe in a world it's possible for me to save money sometimes. I say this to myself. That's so cute though. I automatically feel the weaknesses of being attached to a character. I'm so emotionally whelmed I could do a little dance. Okay, but what we're doing right now actually is trying to come up with another pose. But the one from these figurines is honestly getting to me in I should put it up so there's a little record of that. But I feel, in my emotional sincerity, I feel incredibly lame. I feel incredibly lame every time I experience emotional sincerity. That's not even the clearest picture that there could be. I was holding it all the way there. That's adorable. Nina saying, "Oh yeah, I got a Jinx figure. I don't know when it's arriving though." Hey, the news of packages going around, the news of things to be received and achieved. Oh right, I can't keep any thoughts straight. What does this ad make you feel? Okay, I'm trusting you. When I click on things, we're going to a site. When I click on things, what does it look like? For a second, I feel like I was primed to perhaps laugh, to have a little giggle. I think I felt genuine concern. I think I felt genuinely disturbed for a moment. Who thought of that? Why did they think of that? Wouldn't it be preferable to have a ferret down the trousers of your enemies? They have scratchy little nails. And a general penchant for mayhem. That was what I wanted to think of, though. Not necessarily scratchy little nails, but what's going on in the art trade sort of a town. Incredibly cute for one. How is it that I could be so affected by all of the things? All cute things are getting to me right now, it seems. Oh, and then that's your friend's character. Ooh. It's really fun. Oh my gosh. I should explain to River sometime what an art trade is. Whoa, hello to you there, Makiva. We just so happen to be in the Discord right now, looking at things, looking at what's going on around. The style in here is really cute. Oh my gosh. That's what I've said about the last 3 things that I've looked at, but apparently I'm having a really cuteness witnessing kind of a time. Huh, it's in theaters. I wouldn't have suspected. How you doing today? There's somebody saying it's a real Game Boy ad from the 90s. I've had the right psychological response. I've been listening to like a higher than usual amount of Ken Ashcorp songs lately, so I'm glad to hear that, because it does not lend itself to the psychological test pass and the psychological stability. And by higher than usual amount, I just mean 2 of them. But I mean, when I was at 1 before, that's 100% increase. It's 100% increase indeed. What the hell pose was I gonna do over here? Probably it's really hard to pull myself away from the incredibly adorable one. But yeah, we're comparing two different anti-capitalist shows up in the art. Let's see, let's see the poses. Let's see the poses, and there's not that many good ones except for the one that's already here. But okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Comparing some favorite shows. Okay, like between the two things, Severance and Squid Game, I really think that Squid Game is not going to have a satisfying ending. I think they're going to botch it. I think they're gonna butcher it. I was really satisfied, and this is like over negative. This is over negative. Nothing's even happened yet. It could be perfectly fine. I could trust them, but maybe it's just something about ending a season 2 on a cliffhanger that makes me say, yeah, you don't actually, you got offered enough money to make a season 2. I don't know if you actually know if you can have as satisfying a message as season 1 and even the first half of season 2. I say first half, but I'm talking about, I guess, the whole season, because it seems like a half to me due to the cliffhanger. There's guy saying there's a Renman android. Why must everything tempt my wallet? This has to be how to motivate somebody humanely. Why is that the next sentence in my head? That has to be the reason to get any jobs. You have to become president of the United States so you can have enough money for nerd merch. There's somebody saying that's capitalism's fault. We live in the capital of ism. There is a little bit of that going on, honestly. In fact, a lot of it. In fact, an artistic representation of it. Yeah, all of these are not quite the pose that I would want. I love this character though. Little Mr. Recruiter, little Mr. Guy in a suit going around asking people if they want to play a game. Okay, so let's get one arm and figure out how the rest of the body is positioned around. I guess I like the casual poses a little better. What can I do with this? Sort of a big rectangle. Rectangles are the basis of all casual poses because as opposed to cartoons, human bodies don't naturally have distinct directions, I would say. We're just sort of a mass. We just sort of lump into one shape altogether. Okay, so there you go, rectangling. Hey, hello to you, Hijinks Arcade. I'm having a strange amount of burps, I feel like. I don't know how audible that is, but I hope your day is off to a decent sort of a start. Coincidentally, I haven't had breakfast, and that's something I associate with starts of days, but for me it's 2 in the afternoon. And then there's Zuki saying, my advice, if you have fast hands, nobody will notice a missing Netroid. Are you recommending a little lifting, a little stealing, a little be gay, do crimes for as if implying that being gay somehow helps you in obtaining the Nendroid? For defeating capitalism, is that what's being suggested here? Alright, so here's this rectangle shape in this thing, and okay, yeah, one of these I feel like will definitely end better than the other, cause like the season for Severance it's not even close to being done. It's at the very start of weekly releases. Let's get one leg and it's facing this way. Something is extremely cold in my house, and I think it's the window, which is closed but still cold. It's colding right directly on my arm. I don't experience this often and it's weirding me out. Alright, I think Severance definitely had a lot of people working on it, and it just sort of grew and gestated during the pandemic. I think they used their long gap between season 1 and season 2 to make it better, and I don't know if either show that I'm thinking of that's my favorite, I don't know if either show is going to have a thesis statement about the human condition or suffering or capitalism. Like, if I had to put it on one, I would definitely choose Severance to have a thesis statement sort of satisfying ending. I think Squid Game is more likely to lose the plot because it starts off way more extreme. And it's difficult to top that in a narratively satisfying way. Talk of wait, let you in the Discord? Yeah, sure. I'll send things. Oh, okay. You're explaining it to River out here. Yeah. Hopefully that's some pretty good context and whatnot. Yeah. Art trade. I haven't actually I haven't done many art trades, and I can't tell if that's I say many. I haven't done any art trades. Because and I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because on the one hand, maybe the fact that I haven't done many fully finished pieces with the color and the everything, maybe that means that I would just like be likely not to be able to do an art trade, or maybe it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You can't do it because you've never tried. But then is art fight a type of art trade? I guess it sort of is. There's like less rules, there's more rules, and it's less straightforward, but it is kind of an art trade. Alright, so that started being like sort of covering your face coyly, and Hajikisaki is saying, I heard they've already announced that there's going to be a season 3 of Severance, right? And like, sometimes with the continuing story sorts of things, I get suspicious. The way it's going right now, I trust the quality. The way it's going right now, like something could happen in the middle or end of the current season that would make me say, ooh, I don't know if it can capture the same feelings, the same intrigue that the first season started. But I think although they both critique capitalism and come out in January, and they're both on my mind for those reasons, I think Severance has a better chance of ending well than Squid Game, because it just has more mysteries, more intrigue, and because it's outright science fiction, it gets to invent the logic by which those mysteries will be solved. Hopefully it's going to be a logic that is consistent enough that everybody watching, all the theorizing audience can say, hey, this ended in a satisfying way. The way past mystery shows have gone, though, makes me wonder if some mysteries shouldn't be revealed. Like, a mystery is great for keeping a story inside of your head, just sort of gnawing on it until I don't know, the end of time. That's great for that. And so some other of my favorite stories ever told, I guess, have used this to their advantage by not revealing the most pressing mysteries until the very, very, very end. How do I shape Mr. Milchick Severance Milchick? How do I shape such a fellow? Additionally, I totally thought that this was going into a different one. I totally thought this was going into this one. Okay, things in the chat. The guy saying, need help picking a lookup figure to buy and send it to all potential. So you send all the options in the Discord, and so we can enable you, if you say so. If you say so. Oh my gosh! Wait, that's a cute picture too. Everything that I see this is some fluffy little hair. Just hearts on the arts. Hearts on the arts. And okay. Is that a tiny mob? I say as somebody who hasn't watched Mob Psycho 100, but I love the little fellow a lot from secondhand exposure on Tumblr posts. I should watch it finally. I should finally get around to watching it and everything. And things I missed in the chat was going on. Hijinks Arcade saying, which is cool I guess, but indicates that season 2, like season 1, won't have a satisfying ending and will probably end on another big cliffhanger. Right, like the journey fascinates me. The journey fascinates me. I agree, definitely a cliffhanger sounds likely. I guess an unsatisfying cliffhanger would be just the feeling of cutting it off in the middle of a story. That's what's making. I'm able to think of this example because that's what's making Squid Game Season 2 specifically feel like just one half of a story. So if it feels like just one half of a story versus the Severance end of Season 1 cliffhanger where it feels like, oof, everything changed. Bah, strike directly to the chest. How could you possibly end a season like that? Because that's going to be eating me up until the next release. That's going to be gnawing at the sides of my brain. There's look at all these. Okay, let's not to get too consumed up in here. Like, okay, the roundest shaped one, which is therefore more friend shaped and very cute. Roundest shaped one is a little mob, and then you could like float stuff around your psychic fellow, being like, you are lifting a mob. There's But then does that argument even hold? You're also a little bit of a psychic. You're also a little bit of a telekinetic. There's that's like the only two characters I'm particularly familiar with. Put those peepers away. Tinine saying, I named my alt account Brain Fog Dogs, and it's so far I'm considering changing all my usernames to Brain Fog Dogs. I have the utmost admiration for people changing the profile picture and usernames a lot, because it sounds like you get to try out everything fun. I say this with like the back of my mind being like, I haven't changed my Tumblr profile picture in like 5 years, and I don't even want to change the username, but it seems like high time to change at least that one. The change is fun. You get to see all the options. No, I'm trying not to reban every 6 seconds, but you'd say that Tinine sounds corny. What? I mean, hey, this was surprisingly a very corn themed stream. There was so much of the plant. There was so much of the plant going on in here. There's packing something up. What is being packed up? And Mob definitely looks so cute. He's so adorable. And there's a good saying, you'll need many fast hands if you want to have them all. Maybe a heist would be necessary. That's the thing probably. A crowd is chaos. A crowd is confusion. So not to endorse any such thing, but this is what Mae Borowski, Night in the Woods, like had the right idea about stressing B out with, but should have maybe brought more people to therefore stress out less. If you bring like 20 people into a building, that's pandemonium. That's lines of sight blocked. Not to endorse, not to say go out and do any such criminal activities, but clearly there's some obvious advantages that were not present in Night in the Woods, which is why I should be able to mod in my original characters and fan characters, and then a scenario where everyone is in there and then you're the master heister. Because there used to be a Psyche K one, so I can get all the supernaturals. That would be really cute. And then it would be like, hello guys, you are watching over me. I think Saki is saying, I don't know how much about what is going on in Severance that they are going to reveal, and if it will be satisfying, like why exactly Lumen exists or their true purpose. I've seen so many theories that their dedication to their creepy founder guy in the 1800s, like their dedication is trying to resurrect him, and narratively, even if it has been predicted a million times, I mean, I guess it's kind of like Steven Universe, Rose Quartz, Pink Diamond sort of theories in that regard. Even if it has been predicted a million times, it could still be done in a narratively satisfying way, in a way full of tension and intrigue. Because like, I felt like in season 1, as things were being revealed, there were definitely more mysteries that got laid down at the same time. But on the one hand, I feel like that's sort of a lifeblood of the show. This sort of something is solved, something is more mysterious, solved mysterious, something is always left unsolved kind of thing. But how much can they actually do that without making it clear that they would just have to be pulling stuff out of their ass in order to be doing that? Like, there's a difference between mysteries that could be solved versus we are just bullshitting you sort of a thing. Alright, what does the hand do? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this, kind of like this, and yeah, that sort of hybrid fan art puts them in a similar position. This is my second time trying to draw Milchick from his stylishness. Love ya, man, Mr. Milchick. Second time trying to draw him, but I hadn't gotten very far on the first drawing. This is an example of a character that has round shapes, but not friend shapes, I think. Let's get your big toothy smile up in here. Perfectly stark paper sheet kind of a smile up in here. Is this tilted at this sort of angle? Oh! Okay, that's okay. This doesn't even have any significance particularly, but that is surprisingly close to the pose that I was trying to draw him in. Okay, yeah, I always love when that happens. Yes. Okay. I think Sake's saying they gotta reveal why exactly Mark's wife is so important, right? Important enough that they couldn't even fire the guy. Important enough that they couldn't even fire him. That's messing with me. That's messing with me. Like, I know that Lumen is like supposed to be a biotechnology kind of a company, so they're making some medicines, they're making the chip mostly. And then And then the concept of the medieval four humors is very important to them. It's like scattered all throughout their mythology and stuff, which is an insane thing for a company to have. And yet it keeps happening. It keeps on happening. Any gathering of people, it doesn't have to be a country, it doesn't have to be a family, nothing so mushy and heartfelt as that. It could be a profit-driven entity that gains mythology. And then you just sort of live with this perversion of the familial, the cultural, and the corporate merging into one. And you just live with that discomfort. I don't even know if I'm saying anything that makes sense. Look to say, just to clarify, I do not endorse any criminal activities. Fast hands and heist are local slang for buying and paying the full price. Oh, not even a discount? Because I would say that heist, at least, it's along the same lines as saying that was a steal. A steal metaphorically, ethically, capitalistically. A steal isn't a discount, you know? I think a heist could be such slang, but if you're saying that it's buying and paying the full price, including taxes, refer to my conjoined lawyer for more information. Not information, but just the raw material information. Sure, yes, of course. I shall take you at your word. You're saying stealing is just auto-pirating? It's... I don't know why that makes me laugh. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Like, it's just a straight up fact. It's like, it's a gravy gun! Honestly, being in my first in-person class for I don't know, in years yesterday, like, it was less anxiety ridden than I thought so far, although I'm still maybe murdering my own self about I don't know, giving myself a lot of responsibilities for the group project. It was hard not to bring that attitude toward it, though. It was hard not to bring the think outside of the box. Hello everybody in this group project. We're supposed to list 5 items that we want to bring to a deserted island, and this is going to be an example of team building, and this is going to be an example of camaraderie. So when I'm bringing to the discussion, what if an asteroid meteorite that was also a fully stocked Walmart happened to crash on the island, and we brought that through psychic power or something? You want to prove that I don't have that? Well, it takes 20 years to prove, so good luck with that. Apparently that's not in the spirit of the exercise. Nobody likes that one. That's okay by me, because I am an amicable person. But who hasn't seen the Walmart asteroid, though? Who hasn't gotten a little thing into your hypothetical activity? Who hasn't happened to come by an entire sailboat so you could maybe get stranded and drown at sea versus on an island? Who hasn't, though? They're saying, wait, was this a bring 5 things to an island question? They need to be more specific. Oh yeah, some specifics that we happened to get, though it's still not that specific. Some specifics were that it's a deserted island, a tropical island. The point of the exercise is to, like, of course, function as a group to see how that would be in an actual workplace. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that even though it's day 2, and I would say we're currently experiencing perhaps misunderstanding, which could perhaps qualify as squabbling, as disagreements in the group project. I hope that if I like say encouraging things like, let's all get a good grade, guys, then that makes me a good part of the group, and then we are also happy, and it works out fine. But there's some way out of the uncertainties of anxiety, and I gotta believe that that's purpose. That's how I function. Purpose is the way out of anxiety, because fear comes from uncertainty, and neuroses also comes from uncertainty. Because what is a mystery? What is a thriller except obsessing over the unknown because it might hurt you? So certainty and comfort are, of course, inextricably linked. And there's like this saying, I only need one thing: a fully functioning mall or city, or metropolis. I see how other people feel when they talk to me. The list did get narrowed down pretty well, and I really hope that I'm interpreting the assignment correctly, but unfortunately I'm having uncertainty myself about that. Alright, let's get your ground noggin. I'm having uncertainty about I don't know if I'm reading the instructions correctly, but luckily my mommy already trained me for asking a lot of questions to instructors and professors. Some people don't ask questions when they could, but apparently that's one of the most valuable parts of a college experience, at least in community colleges. In community colleges, they are there to help you. In expensive universities, they are there to kill you and then eat you. Very important distinction. Make sure before you go. There's hijinks I kept saying top 5 things is so vague though. Like, it needs to be top 5 games or something. Right, like for pure icebreakers. Okay, not gonna lie, when I walked into the school activity, this did bite me in the foot a little. For icebreakers, if you ask if you could only bring like one music album, or if you could only bring like this amount of games, then what would it be? Then that gives you a chance to like reflect on things that are precious to you, right? You're bringing up the example of games. Sure, if you were to bring top 5 games, assuming that you would live relatively well, top 5 games, it's solar powered, it's not gonna break, no nothing like that, but you're isolated and you only have that much until the rest of time. That says something that I guess if regular folks can relate to about you. I don't know, I use pop culture as a tool of relating in a lot of ways. So I guess it's easy for me to imagine continuing to use it that way for any scenario. I don't like that theoretical electric desert island. You know, some deserts have lightning constantly striking, so other deserts could have sun constantly shining. No, that sounded way more plausible than the first thing I said. But yeah, it was a survival-based activity though. I still want to. I'm actively this is the last thing I left in the shared Google document, trying to have a thing on the list that combines as multiple things. They're inclined currently to go with one mirror for signaling things and no knives whatsoever. Like crossbow bolt that is metal that you could shoot fish with and then recover the bolt and then have also a fish, and then it's a lot of uses. That's on the list currently, but also no knives. I feel like if you've ever tried to cut something with something that is not a knife, if you're trying to open packaging, if you're trying to do any of that, it really, like, the dehydration would be the least of my worries. That chips away at my will to live. And this is probably what I should have said in the in-person group, the first time meeting each other discussion yesterday. I couldn't think fast enough though. What I actually did was look up the college humor skit that has this same icebreaker in it. You know what, God, I'll just send that. That's not. It's not exactly. It's not exactly the. It's not exactly YouTube advisable for me to be a YouTube myself. That's what's happening to me right now. I'm a YouTube. And then just go on sharing something else. But basically I went and looked up that video, and it's not totally necessary to watch, but it was because that question was in it. And the answer from person I'm a fan of, Brennan Lee Mulligan, what record would you bring if you could only bring one to listen to on a desert island, was United States Navy Test Frequency Catalog Volume 3. So, like, I didn't talk nearly as much as I could have. And that really impaired communication in the communication class, so I feel like I could have done better on that. I feel like I should speak up more. But I still feel like I'm, I don't know, in a good position to do the assignment probably. Even if I should speak up more in group scenarios, if the purpose is to learn how to communicate better, instead of just, I don't know, letting people who are naturally talkative just be their naturally more talkative selves. I shouldn't be straight up looking at my phone to remember United States Navy Test Frequency Catalog Volume 3. Because even though if it's like, I don't know, strange or amusing for a second, it's not perfect. I don't know, every day I learn some more. So, the things I missed in the chat are, it doesn't matter how many games you bring to a desert island, you don't have electricity. But if you did have electricity is the implication, yeah. So it's like, it is a survival-based question, but I do find the pop culture-based questions or media-based questions to be, I don't know, a little bit revealing. There's got to be, like, if the purpose is to reveal things about the other people, maybe there's a better one. But if the purpose is to figure out how to agree on something as a group and figure out your little finished product and be a little model of a modern major worker of office things, then yeah, this is way better survival options, because everyone's got their own opinions about surviving. Alright, which one do I've been in here for so long, I should know which one I used to just drag things around. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, it was very much this one. Alright, and then this could rotate a little, maybe? Does that look right? I think I want to make the rest of your body larger. Things I would not say to a real person. Things I would not say. Hijinks I get saying, are you needing to work in a group? Yeah, that's I guess it's sort of the point of the class. So honestly, when I came back from traveling and remembered that I had signed up for this class, which is like specifically in-person communication stuff, so I can get better at it and stop being anxious or something and be more capable, all of that stuff. I didn't remember I had signed up for it though when I came back from the trip. Nearly shat myself, to say it delicately, I guess. I'm not sharing viruses, but I am sharing a little bit of mind humor, perhaps. And you're asking, I can never tell when someone's left, but you're asking, can I bring an expert in surviving out in the wild? 2, 3, or 5 of them? But then which one do you decide to eat? If you brought 5 people, which I don't know how it would go to count a person as a thing. If you bring 5 people and you're the least skilled person in the survivalist group, they're going to eat you first because you can't contribute as much. That's so nasty. I may have said some dumb things in group project meeting time yesterday, I think the first thing I said was, how many guns can we bring to shoot the fishes? That's not how fishing works. That's not how fishing works, and now everyone knows I can't fish. Boo. I started the sentence in a way that would suggest it leads to a different conclusion than the one I've currently trailed off onto, haven't I? Started it in a different way entirely. Alright, so the shirt, I believe, right here tucks in because we're looking a little bit anachronistic. There's... You're saying they wouldn't eat you because you bring them to the desert island? Look, putting the responsibility on yourself only makes you, and I'm sorry to say this after my... after becoming, like, basically indefensible with the duck conversation, it makes you more edible. Oh, that's what I was going to say that I almost didn't remember. I'm glad that I did not suggest using me as supplies for fuel, because my will to live is like, it's here. Like, nothing's gonna happen to me. But also, if something already happened to me, I don't know how, like, hard I would cling on. I don't know how much is, like, there. So I'm glad I didn't suggest that the group use me as fuel, because for people that I have just met, you can't just go on saying, eat me. That's not really within the realm of icebreakers. It might even create more ice from how stone cold I am. There's legends like kids saying, I remember working group projects at school. Not fun unless you've got a couple of people in your group who are just super efficient and carry the whole thing. That was right. I heard that was the case with most group projects. So because that was my expectation, I think that I volunteered to do all of the writing for this writing project, which could be most of it. However, hopefully the other people will continue to communicate. Like, I said this earlier at the beginning of the stream or something when you weren't here, but since you weren't here, I'll recap. But basically, it's scenarios like these in community college that make me trust old people students more than young people students. So I'm glad that there's a 60-year-old lady in my class, because young people don't respond to email very much, or at all. And so if like half of the class is like online time, then the expectation is that I will mostly just sit there and then like have to offer incentives for people to participate, like eye-catching incentives. The foremost kind of incentive that is offered in like contests and stuff is cash, but I don't have proper job. I cannot offer the cash. So my current idea is being like, if you are unable to tell me what you learned from the assignment as it wants you to express, if you can't tell me anything about what you learned, I'm going to just sort of follow my heart and write down what I think you learned. And so whatever I'm writing down, please just back me up on this. Perhaps you learned that we didn't give enough consideration to the vegan diet in trying to dismiss how much we would need to gather coconuts. Perhaps there's that, right? And so then, therefore, what you learned, even if you're not a vegan, you are a vegan now, what you learned that I've intuited, it just came to me, would be that you have to advocate for essential preferences that you need to function within a group, you know? And then that just works excellently, completely smoothly. I don't know which classmate yet I'm going to assign vegan, but I think I am leaning toward one. I'm going to assign somebody vegan by tomorrow, I think. Depends on how much communication goes on today, but somebody, if you're not responding, you are vegan is what's happening. Okay, the saying is shooting fish in a barrel. And on the island there's coconuts, there's bananas, there's fish, maybe monkeys. They wouldn't eat me, I'm the boss of the expedition. There would probably be a lot of steps that you could take before you would resort to cannibalism, maybe. So I'm glad I didn't start with that at least. There's saying, or is it a literal desert island? You know, with a desert biome, just sand. We use sand, right? Not me. You know, that sounds vegan to me, but no, I think the assumption was yes. Not desertification, just something tropical somewhere. Hijinks Arcade saying, the thing is, I would try to get involved, but those people would be so inefficient that it's like, nah, they got it. Oh, would be so efficient, it's like, nah, they got it. Oh, okay. The stupid thing about trying to assign myself as the overachiever, because it would give me anxiety to leave my grades up to other people. Cause what if somebody else is like bad at writing or doesn't ask enough questions? If they misunderstand the assignment, I'm gonna be hopefully asking questions all throughout this, and then hopefully that takes the mystery out of it, that takes the uncertainty out of it, and I can operate from a place of sheer neuroses, as I always have. Neuroses is love, neuroses is life, and it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be okay. And so there's that. There's something saying, in groups I was the kind of person that says, no worries, I'm doing my part, chill out, and then, I'm so sorry, my dog ate my part, dude. But we were doing a model of a building, how did your dog? I mean, hey, I've made a gingerbread house before. That seems like it would be unhealthy for dogs, actually. Seems like it would be not so ideal for dogs, but a dog could maybe do it. Alright, do I have a grasp on colors? It's been a while since I asked myself that. But it's still worth asking. But yeah, I guess I came pretty prepared for people not to put in any effort, which is why my dad, who has seen this tendency in my mom, who I think she's been in college for 20 years because she also cannot focus, but refuses to give up on getting a degree. It is past the point of practicality and more of a, she set her mind out to do something, so she's going to do it kind of a thing. And yeah, I mean, maybe one day. And in any case, my dad has seen her tendency to get like really freaked out about group projects and is trying to warn me, hey, make sure that you, who are built pretty similarly, do not do the same thing. Make sure you don't do the same thing. So I don't know. I hope that my positive attitude, even if it is combined with a control freak attitude, I'm hoping that benefits over here. I'm getting that your messages are like we're like two kind of separate things, but I read them like at the same time for a second there. You've never had a dog, so it runs in the family, and I don't know why my mind put that together as you ate your own homework pretending to be a dog or something. Cool. Well, that's a fun mental image, and that's an option for anybody. After I assign you vegan, eat your homework. We're going Singapore on this. We're going benevolent dictatorship, are we perhaps? Yes though. The not being able to focus runs in the family, a little bit of neuroses runs in the family, but hopefully I have enough of my dad's detached sort of bird's eye view, keeping the main point in focus sort of thing, because like we might we might disagree on what should be on the list, but we all agree that we want to pass the class, hopefully. We all want to get an okay sort of a grade, hopefully. There's, there's all this bird's eye view stuff that lets me relax about minutia, at least. Something I would not relax about is if in the shared Google document somebody deleted and or rewrote everything that I had. That would be I would get a little bit of a stress ulcer. That would happen to me, but other than that sort of nuclear option of all the work being destroyed, I'm chill about anything else. I don't have to make decisions. I will just work for the good of a group, I guess. I'm clicking right on over here, going on. There's Hijinks Arcade saying, I respect the commitment of your mom. I didn't know how I had missed a particular group project stresses that she's been going through, I guess, of people completely not showing up, which is, I guess, basically what I started to expect. In the class, people just not showing up. But yeah, I guess she's really been through it. She's really been through the ringer, saying you can be the honorable one of your team. There is a 63-year-old lady in there who's a ex-boxer. Wait, but that sounds like the gaming console. She used to do boxing. She seems cool. She seems cool so far. And in community college, at least, she's definitely contributing to my perception that old people are the only serious people in schooling, because at that point you're not in there because your parents told you to. Not at all. You're in there because you choose to be, and it's it seems particularly dedicated. And so, I don't know, that's something that I'm glad of, a little extra perspective. My dad, when I was asking him about, how do you work as a group or anything, does not trust old people. Everyone that he encounters is there because someone forgot to fire them or something. I don't know. That's the office drama type of way to put it. That's the gossip about it kind of way to put it. Cracks me up though, because I love knowing about drama that I'm not involved in. Brings a smile to my face, and it is weird irony, I want to say, trying to put all of the what the hell? Why would it doubt that it's me? And I can't do that now. It's live. It's live exactly right now. Well, this wouldn't cut off, I think. Probably. It would not. I think I sort of missed something from Kaya here. You're not drawing more, but you are making more OCs. Hey. The mishmash of ideas compels. Oh my gosh. Is your OC on incredible amounts of drugs? I mean, radical, I guess. Here's some hearts on the art. I love the. Are these little ears or little antenna? Little floppy little ears. I almost feel like I would have asked that before. But in the last semester and stuff, I definitely put off a lot of assignments until the last possible second. So technically, if I'm taking on more responsibility or saying I'll do this and this, I'll do a lot of stuff, the track record shows that I'm not a good person to do that. But I was kind of hoping that more of the pressure from maybe letting someone down who I will then meet face to face, more of that pressure will help me to get things in earlier. Of course, I am gambling everyone's grade on me fixing my neuroses in just the right manner. I'm absolutely gambling that, but I think so far it's working. I wrote like I'm gonna figure that out. We're gonna open this up right here and try to figure out how much I wrote in like 1 hour right before starting this stream. It seemed like a lot, and it seemed significant. There's okay, so those are some little ears on the original character. Okay, because like this one over here with the thing on the back, I was like, could this be a fluffy snail? I don't know if I've ever heard of such a thing, but that made sense to me for a moment. It's like a combination of a sea slug and a snail, and then it's like fluffying around. And YouTubers are sucked saying, but how can you know if the old person's parent didn't send them to college by force? You've been slacking off for 50 years. Get a degree or else. I'm definitely gambling. I'm definitely gambling on that, but it's yeah, I'm just hedging my bets. I mean, I could ask people, but I want to say in most of the cases, it's definitely a very conscious choice that says this person knows what they want from life, and what they want from life is not to screw me over in terms of grades and things. Okay, yeah, cool looking OCs, yeah. Let's appreciate the OCs. Oh, alright, yeah, you weren't here earlier. You didn't get to see these, so I'll share the Brina arts, share the teen yin arts. It's really cute. It's really cute out here. It's really cute. And Alolan Raichu, huh? Favorite Pokemon? Really nice. What do you mean gambling mention? Let's gamble, guys. God. Had kind of a close call the other weekend, which is a strange thing to say in response to gambling. But, so like every time the webcomic app Tapas, every time it offers a little weird deal where you download somebody else's gamer app and then complete their little quests, and then you get fake currency to buy more webcomic episodes. I've been doing that like a couple of times, and this time one of the games that they offered for you to get your little webcomics was just slots, was just gambling. It was just straight up. Hello, weed. Hello, is this a police? I'm calling the weed. Is this the police? I am calling the weed. The weed. And there's okay, some messages here. Kaya saying, made an OC named Venus who's secretly Cupid and can get new bitches. I made another one named Luca who's running from the government. And then there's Roxanne, who's a stubborn pop star who hates everyone. Ooh, okay. Are they like separate perhaps, not knowing each other? Oh, goodbye weed. Oh, goodbye weed from the mouth. Oh, nothing grows here no more. Do they interact with each other, or is it like a totally separate sort of a thing? Okay, so here is this, and I could have this for skin. I think I was highlighting absolutely everything. So what I wrote, I guess, excluding notes. How do I get a word count? Do I make an entirely new document? I guess so. Yeah, there we go. It seems significant to me. Okay. Like 466 words in like an hour. So far, that's more than I'm usually capable of on like the second day after I've started an assignment. That's more than I usually do. So I think the strategy of motivating myself by intimidating myself with the thought of other people's disappointment and or judgment. It is working so far. Not so much of a gamble if I see results now, is it? No, of course. So, a little bit of this and a little bit of this for a color. I've drawn so many characters in suits. I need to make like a list of latest blorbos or something. It's such a silly gosh darn word, or should I say not word, because it's an invention of Tumblr itself. Alright, so here's one, here's the other. Let's make that a little bit shorter, and that's what a collar is made of. And there's nice art of a cute character, and I think saying I remember this song from when I played One Shot, probably my favorite. Yeah, and I just put on the I put on the chill tunes indeed. Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. This is one of the few times that the time itself has actually surprised me. I didn't actually notice that it was getting pretty close to the 2-hour mark. 2-hour mark. Well, I gotta be doing things, of course. One of those things is eating food. And, okay, so what else have I got? Yeah. I didn't, rather than playing One Shot, it's one of the ones where I watched playthroughs, but of course that's most of them. That's most games for me. Watched a playthrough. I guess that makes me really grateful to gamer Let's Play YouTubers sharing the experience. Because like some of it, some games are more easily experienced for me if I form my own expectations or something like that. But others I want like a friend, or I want to share somebody else's experience of it. Okay, so it'll just go like that. And there's Kai Hood said, all my OCs are connected in some way. Do I know the way yet? Absolutely not. Well, something that just floats to the top of my mind that makes me perhaps difficult to deal with in group project icebreaker scenarios. Something that just floats to the top of my mind in the hypotheticals is, so in this group of characters, if all of them were to get together and then cover up the murder of one of them, and that's like way more personal than one of them has just been murdered. If somebody's covering it up, the motivation has to be intense. The motivation has to be devastating. So, like, who's the most likely to, first of all, be the corpse? In any group, you have to select the one to be the corpse. For group projects, apparently, I select myself. But for characters, somebody, you may not have known it yet, but somebody just screams, this person is only gonna get to speak in flashbacks. This person is in the ground, and everybody just speaks with strange, conflicted feelings about them. Somebody within the group screams this, probably. This is a big assumption to make about anything. There's Teenine. Oh, going goodbye already. Losing track of time, absolutely. With a song lyric in there. And there's Ding Ding as a Crazy Frog lyric. But Teenine gives us, you ought to know that. I think we're one and the same. I don't think we could help. No, I don't think we could help it. That's beyond the perfect pair. My gosh. Well, that sounds emotionally attached in a way that is emotionally in pain. Goodbye to you, Teeny. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, is it indeed the first balls of the year? I wasn't gonna say anything because it sounds like a serious song, but when you say the perfect pair, it makes me think of the fruit for one and the ball sack for another, because Anyway, so thanks for stopping by though. Which things are around that I have missed. There's a milkshake appearing, and Hijinks Arcade saying my favorite game that I've never played myself is probably the Life is Strange series. Oh, okay. And then I feel like that one's more on the cinematic side, that you don't really lose too much from just watching it. Yeah, definitely. I kind of feel like playing them myself wouldn't add a lot to the experience with the lack of actual gameplay. It's one of those for sure. And the Souls series, Bloodborne, which are cool aesthetically and have interesting setting and lore, but are just not fun to play for me. Oh, okay, so it's like a matter of, does the gameplay actually appeal to you to go through it, or do you just get more from watching? And then there's guys saying all my OCs in a murder mystery game. It makes me wonder why I haven't read that kind of story before exactly. The kind of story where there's a mystery solving gang, Scooby Gang or something like a Scooby-Doo, and they all solve mysteries together, except one day one of them does the crime and refuses to do the time for some reason, covers it up from the other ones, maybe even tries to systematically implicate or get the rest of the friend group on board. I mean, probably that's not so common of a type of story because it implies getting attached to characters and then feeling betrayed by them, which is a tough emotional combination to pull off. Alright, the full suit around here. 4 minutes left till the 2-hour mark. What do I got? What do I even got? What do I got around here? Just a little bit of milkshake? Are we even fully milling and chicking around here? And we're allowed to end the stream once you win this little game. On GitHub itself? Wait, if I click on it, are you gonna... Is it gonna be some kind of an impossible game or something? You wouldn't do that to me. Why am I getting winked at? Well, hey, when's the last time you watched the Sans fight? You know something that's in his arsenal? You know what his special attack is? Not attacking. I dare say I am allowed to end the stream right now because it's in my arsenal as well. Not to be confused with something being in one's arse, but this is winning the fight by not playing the guy. I didn't have breakfast. I'm gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna go and have breakfast, and I'm gonna be full. I might be full of uncertainty in how a show goes and artistically, and how my life goes and how my school goes, and I'm full of uncertainty, and therefore I'm constantly full of fear in every way. But that doesn't mean I can't have breakfast, which would be a strange conclusion to draw, honestly, if one concluded that I can't have breakfast because I'm uncertain about everything. Because I can be certain about breakfast. Alright, you get a little bit of a suit. I am suddenly majorly craving either sardines or seaweeds. My god, man, I gotta get the salt. Ooh boy. There's Hijinks Arcade saying a lot of people like how Souls games play, but they feel weirdly sluggish to me. Like when it comes to combat systems, I prefer stuff like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, and Ninja Gaiden. And that last one's just gotten its most fresh of a remake, hasn't it? Spectacle fighter type games. So it's the most basic, most novice thing of me to ask. Perhaps too much so after hearing you be a fan of all things for so long. But so this does imply that there are fighter games also that are not a spectacle, that that are therefore kind of boring straight up to look at, kind of a snooze fest, is the opposite of every spectacle fighter game a snooze fest, perhaps. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, so there are some shapes around here, just blocking in some colors for my favorite character, Milchik. It feels strange and silly to be like, yes, this is my favorite character. If I'm having blurbo feelings of I need to know what makes this character tick. And yet also I started watching like all kinds of interviews and stuff, and we're not going to get a reveal for anything that I'm interested with Milchik the character. We're not going to get any kind of reveal like that in this season. No, because the actor himself does not know what caused Milchik to be the way he is. He's just acting it that well because he's like extrapolating from the religious fervor that he's seen other people have in their own life. And like, it's still a really compelling character, but I can't even be like, I can't even watch the show with the expectation that there's going to be any particular Milchik reveal about what made him the way he is, as interested as I am, because he doesn't know. The actor doesn't know, so it hasn't been filmed yet. All I can do is watch the show in extreme intrigue, I guess, of the promise that maybe there are hints for context. It could maybe be revealed. Alright, let's put those little gamer cards in your hand, because that's the concept of what I'm drawing right now. A little bit of red, a little bit of blue, combine the similar character for a similar show, but the similarities, they're tenuous. You wouldn't combine them all the way. Still, it amazes me how parts of each show's aesthetic can fit into each other, and then the themes can also fit into each other, because it's about how you start to bend and betray yourself under capitalism, all that kind of stuff. So there we go. When you're talking about a 3-hour stream, you're saying, not even one try. For the 3-hour stream, dare I say 24-hour stream. I know that people do those. For the 24-hour stream, do people fall asleep on a camera? Cause how would I not go to Cozy Town? I've been awake for 24 hours before, but also I wonder how. Okay, you're talking about how Ninja Gaiden 2 got a new version called Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and it's very good. Oh, did they make like new fun bonus content whatsoever? Did they do such a thing? Any little bonus things that you would not have otherwise seen? I feel like this suit has got to all be the same color, basically, if I'm still on it. I'm still on it whatsoever. Same color, or at least shades of blue. This... Saying, wait, is Milchik your favorite character? I remember your favorite character being Mark's sister. For characters I would actually want to meet, or hang out with, or be around for an extended period of time, Mark's sister. She's solid. She's solid, she's funny, she's a breath of fresh air, just very human. I don't know what it is in my brain chemistry this January though, but for characters that I would not want to meet, but would want to stare into for a bazillion years until the mystery is revealed, for the characters that conceptually have me enraptured, I am finding myself completely enraptured. I'm having very blurbo feelings. I've given in to Tumblr speak so easily due to being a Tumblr user, but okay, so character I would want to meet, or I would be scared to meet Milchik, I think, because like if you're not severed, he's not even gonna do anything to you. And yet I wouldn't want to meet the character, and I think additionally I would not want to meet the actor either, because even though I admire his work to the fullest, I have the kind of enthusiasm for his character that I think would very quickly turn cringe. I shouldn't meet a lot of actors. There's a lot of actors that I should not meet, because if I do something cringe around actors that I greatly admire, it's gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt me until the day that I die. It's gonna haunt me till the day that I die. There's gotta be some kind of a cure for this, some kind of a thing. But oh no, that's not it yet. Yeah, but yeah, that's the dichotomy of favorites, I guess. Dichotomy of favorites, one spinning around in my head the most and giving me fascination versus who is like just cool and gives a good feeling. That's just only a good feeling. And there's, okay, what did I miss around here? He had said, I think the implication is that a lot of games have combat systems, but a spectacle fighter is something that's more over the top and usually encourages stylish play. Okay, so stylish play encouraged versus all other games are boring, snooze-faced, staring at paint drying on a wall. Okay, I love exaggeration. I love hyperbole. I love a little drama. But you gotta respect the games that are not a spectacle fighter as well, I suppose. And there's a saying people sleep, study, eat, and shits. You're kidding me. What website is this on? Let me see your search history real quick. She's on 24-hour streams. They're very entertaining, especially when the stream is on. You stream 24 hours a day, but without camera broadcast. But it counts as training. Wait, okay, if it's without a broadcast, if you, like many others, are experiencing a critical lack of broads, that how is it a stream? You're producing water? That's scary. Are you the weather system? Have all this time I've been talking to the weather system? I think I kept saying, I don't think Ninja Gaiden 2 Black has anything new besides rebalancing, but it's a solid re-release with a remake level visual makeover that looks really good. Hey, that's some fun stuff then. Okay, so I like there's a lot of types of media that fall in the category of what I would call reappreciation. I formed that full sentence, but it's not a lot. It's like two. No, three. There we go. Okay, having my back here. So reappreciation is like what reviews are for. Ooh, no, the number is growing. Okay, reviews, edits are reappreciation, remasters, reappreciation, reaction, also in there. I guess certain types of fanfiction, maybe, but fanfiction is its own thing enough that I wouldn't put it in these four. But yeah, reappreciation is something so valuable. Just making all of the emotions completely fresh once again. Just sort of a fresh perspective on something that you already admire and know and love. Alright, so here's a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Is that I've drawn the wrinkles on suit sleeves so much. Why would I not have the hang of it yet? Alright, a little bit of lines, and there's Lily saying, don't mock my incontinence, it's a serious issue. What am I mocking? Yeah, that's my most serious voice, by the way. What am I mocking? This has been pretty silly, I think. Okay, I didn't get much, oh. Okay, that would be a fun idea for a crossover. Start putting some of the old Squid Game guys in Helena's dresses in Severance or something like that. Because I'm like, if I drop two people in suits, then that's more similarity than I was going for. But I didn't even think of that. rebellious main character. Rebellious main character. That's where the similarity would lie. So of course, you've got to get in the dress. I didn't even think about that. There's things I can say. I think any fan work can count as appreciation. But when it comes to official works, there's 3 rewords of re-release, remaster, and remake. Oh yeah. that is pretty self-contained. Pretty well defined indeed. Okay, let's go around this canvas and see what's gone on in here before we're out of here. It's funny how it's just a few lines, but now I can recognize this drawing as a front-facing little bunny rabbit, and some very smiley faces indeed. It's really cute around here. It's really truly adorable around here. What are you saying? 5-hour stream push. Can't I have a life? Can't I go away and try breakfast and also weed for the first time? It wasn't really on my mind, and then I noticed this, little Alolan Pokemon smoking a fat blunt, and then I was like, there's a life. There's a life to be had outside here. We can go. There's the talk of 5-hour streams. I think one of the streams got pretty close to 5-hour, but are you talking about drawing stream? Because I think 4-hour did exist. 4-hour did exist. Yeah, so nothing better than a very squat sort of round sort of a corn. This has been full of whimsy. I dare say my day has improved, and I'm very much ready for breakfast. Very much ready to eat breakfast with all of this cornstarch in my hair. Thank you guys for being here. It's fun talking with you and fun getting to see your arts and things.